Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be talking about some books that I finished reading in April, and also books that I am currently reading, which I started reading some of them in April, some of them in March, and also an audiobook that I am listening to as well. I can't remember why, but for some reason I was looking for a book to listen to about a week ago or so, and I had come across a lot of recommendations for this book to listen to on audiobook. And I just want to say, I prefer to read books. I prefer to read physical books. So my first choice would be to read a physical book. Then my second choice would be to, I suppose, listen to a book. And my third choice would be to read on my Kindle. I try as much as I can to read physical books first and foremost. But this book, I had heard so many good things about it and I was looking for a book to listen to. So I decided to go for it. The book is Project Hail Mary. And I have to say, I think the narrator is Ray Porter. And I have to say that it is actually, as a listening experience, is quite fantastic. He really brings the book alive, and he is a great narrator. So far, I haven't finished the book. I think I'm about a third way through at the moment. And actually, I am enjoying it. It's quite fun to listen to. And I went to the library to see if I can borrow it from my local library, and it wasn't in stock, unfortunately. So because I'm enjoying the listening experience, I wanted to listen to it and also read it at the same time. So anyway, but it's a great book to listen to when I go out walking on my walks, or if I'm commuting. It's a great listening book. So I really do recommend it for that reason. If you want something fun, enjoyable, easy to follow, so far I am really enjoying it. So that is one book that I am listening to at the moment. I came across a new booktuber. He recommended this book. It's called Never Let Go by Dan John. And basically this book is a philosophy of lifting, living, and learning. He spoke really highly of it, and it's a book about the philosophy of lifting, as in lifting weights, strength training, that sort of thing. And also, my understanding is there's philosophy of life based on this person who is he is apparently a really accomplished coach. I was so interested in the recommendation, and I was influenced to buy it. So I did. I bought it, and I'm looking forward to start reading this. And this book is not on my list from the last couple of videos, but that's the thing that I do. That I have a list of books that I decide to prioritize to read, and then my mood takes me somewhere in a different direction, and I choose something that wasn't on the list. My next read that I'm interested in, this one, The White Book by Kang, and I did mention this in my video last week, and I think this will be pretty easy to get through, but I've never read Kang, so I'm really interested in this. So that will be also something I'm going to start today. One book I am currently reading as well as listening to Project Hail Mary is this one. It's Calypso by David Sedaris. I have heard a lot about David Sedaris. I think there are booktubers that I follow who have recommended him. I think there's a couple who have recommended him. I was really curious. Again, I was influenced to buy this book. I bought it from World of Books, I think, or from a charity shop. I think it was World of Books. So it was fairly cheap. And I mean, the story, well, it's not a story, it's David Sedaris. He talks about his family, writes about stories from with his family, his siblings, and he is quite witty, quite funny. It's an easy read. It's entertaining. At the moment, I'm a third way through, I think, nearly halfway through, I guess. And I'm not recommending it. I'm just saying that I'm reading it. I don't know if I will recommend it. I think I want to finish it first. But in terms of it being a fun, easy book to read, entertaining, then it's doing exactly that. One book that I finished reading last month, actually, no, before I say that, let me just say, last month, I read in total, in April, I read in total 735 pages, which to me is actually the most that I have read this year so far in a given month. I read much less in January, much less in February, and much less in March. And, I don't read as much as I want to. It's because life is busy and I do have a lot going on. And also, in addition, I read books in relation to psychology, and because I'm a trainee therapist at the moment, so I read a lot of books that are related to the subject. That doesn't count. I'm not counting this in this. So 735 words, 7 books. I finished 4 in total, and I'm still reading 3 of them. And the books that I finished were, well, one of them was Notice, which I've done a single book review recently. So you can watch that if you like. Another book I finished is a really short one. It's like a horror gothic, really short book. I think it's like 30 odd pages, and it's called The Monkey's Paw. And another one is that I finished is The Gift of Therapy by Yalom, and that is related to my course. So I can't recommend this unless you're a therapist or a trainee therapist. And the last book that I finished is The Spear Cuts Through Water, this one. And this is a fantasy book, and I really enjoyed it. It's actually quite heartwarming story. It's written really well. It's a really lovely, fun, enjoyable book to read. The world building is quite nice. It's a single standalone, book. So it's really fun. This book is the story. Is the main characters are 2 young men. They are June and Kima, and they basically they end up going on a journey, on an adventure together. They cross paths, and they kind of strongly dislike each other, and they have a corpse who is June's grandmother, and she is considered to be a god, and they have to take her across to somewhere. And basically it's the journey along the way and the challenges they face. Some of the challenges they face is the 3 terrors, which are basically June's family. So you have his father and his uncles, and then on top of it he's got all of his brothers and family who want him killed, and they are evil people who are ruling the land and causing terror in everyone. And it's a lovely story. And also there is a bit of even though June and Kima, they really dislike each other, there is actually a love between them that starts to develop and so on, but their lives are at risk. So what's going to happen in the end? So it is a fantasy. There are some really weird elements to it. Some bits are a little bit disgusting, and if you are squeamish, you might not like that. But all in all, I really enjoyed the reading experience, and you know, it's lovely. I recommend it. I recommend it if that sounds interesting to you. I think my recommendation, or my review, my brief review of this, is not the best out there. There are some fantastic reviews out there. I don't know if I will do a proper review on this. I'll see how I feel. I may not do that. If that sounds interesting to you, go for it. If you want to read it, if it's been on your mind for a while, then I do recommend it. But if you're not sure, maybe watch other reviews as well, and make up your mind, or don't, and just go for it anyway. So yeah, there you go. And that's it. And that is all I want to say for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.